Back again with another video. Bad News Brown breaking it down. I think it's time for another Diddy update. Don't y'all think so? Well, this just in. It appears the prosecution has dropped a whole bunch of Diddy's charges. And there is a very good possibility Diddy may walk, y'all. So let me break it down. Well, according to the reports, they not further pursuing, the prosecution is not further pursuing his attempted kidnapping charge, an attempted arson charge, as well as part of the aiding and abetting charges that he got. I guess he got a whole bunch of them, and they just not dismissed, but they're not pursuing like 5 of them. So let's see here. Well, the kidnapping charge, I believe that stemmed from a former employee that he had. I guess he accused them of stealing something from him, and they hemmed the employee up, snatched the employee up, took the employee to another location, and put the lie detector test on their ass. So that's where that kidnapping come from. And then the arson, I'm figuring that's the whole Kid Cudi incident where he allegedly blew up his car. So they're not further pursuing that. And then we got the aiding and abetting, which has something to do with that trafficking that he had. So I believe the one they dismissed was, I guess they were saying that one of his employees rented a room for him. So I guess that's aiding and abetting. Well, to me, of course, I ain't gonna say of course, but these appear like these is kind of just miscellaneous charges. You see, attempted kidnapping. Well, somehow they threw that out. They're not gonna pursue that. The arson. Well, although P. Diddy is highly suspected of doing it, they couldn't necessarily prove he did that. And they knew that. It's same as the aiding and abetting. And this is all attempted for one. So P. Diddy employs a lot of people, a lot of companies, a lot of business. So it wouldn't be uncommon for him to have an employee or anybody rent a room for him at multiple locations at the same time. I mean, he was handling that much business. So, and they know that. So that's why I think they did away with them charges. But this is not to say, because I don't know what else is sticking. But these are just the charges that I guess the prosecution they choosing not to pursue anymore. Although the case is pretty much wrapped, they done deliberating. So now I believe it's up to the jury. So what y'all think about that, y'all? Do y'all think P. Diddy gonna walk, gonna get a slap on the wrist, or they gonna wash his ass? Now for me, Diddy may get that slap on the wrist. I really don't see him totally walking, because the picture that's already been painted of Diddy. So it's up to the jury. So although they may be proved that, hey, Diddy, you didn't necessarily do that, which you charged for, but your character is so damn flawed, we know you did something. You just a greaseball type cat anyway, so we just you gotta do something. And something more than just the slap on the wrist, probation, and an ankle monitor or something like that. So that's what I think this coming down to. Or they might stick him one time and give him that good 10-piece. You know, that good 10-piece extra crispy. No, he doing federal time. They spicy. They all spice. He taking that 10-piece. They might do that to him. But, and it's another thing. It's going to be a lot of sad faces if Diddy walk. Being that a lot of people turned their back on old Diddy. So I'm eager to see if any repercussions, if any, come back from that. I'm sure he ain't going to make no type of statements or nothing like that. But I'm just eager to see the response, what the response is going to be for the broader entertainment industry. And in particular, those who turned their back on him or had something slick to say. But me personally, do I think Diddy need to do some time? I don't know. If he did it, then yeah. If he's slipping stuff in people's drinks, especially when it comes to the minors and all that, if he did that there, then yeah. But him hiring or flying over some escorts, regardless of how weird and strange they doing, I don't really, that ain't my business, But in him trafficking weapons and all that, man, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But at the same time, Diddy, you did mess over a lot of people, a lot of your artists. So, but let them deal with you. You know what I'm saying? But as far as him doing that their time, again, if he did that weird stuff, yeah. But if not, y'all gotta get him the right way. Don't just throw nothing on there and just to wash him up, even if y'all know bruh foul. You gotta get him the right way. Mm-hmm. And I say this because that could be you. Even if you ain't participating in his type of endeavors, you can be an honest person. That still can be you. So you just don't want that to happen, and that's how they get you. Cause oh yeah, you can get him, yeah, do him like that. The next will be your ass. So just think about that, man. But yeah, this bad news, Brown, real quick. Just want to put that down for you. This just in. They threw away a whole bunch of them charges that they had on old P. Diddy, and a lot of talk is saying Diddy may be up out of there pretty soon. He may be Harlem shaking up out of there. But I doubt it. I think they're going to give him something. May not be what we all expected, but they're going to give him something. Because as I mentioned, a lot of them charges that they threw away was weak anyway. And I'm not sure exactly what all totally stuck. But I know some of them aiding and abetting, that's still sticking, and a few other things. Oh yeah, and another thing I want to point out, that whole Cassie, her testimony, because if you notice, they didn't have nobody come and speak up on Diddy's behalf. He did mess over a lot of people. So, gonna be too many people raising their hand. But even if you did find somebody, probably ain't gonna be much they can really say. And, the prosecution probably is gonna chop them up anyway. So, I can see that. But Cassie's testimony, although it was used to kind of paint the picture of Diddy, and I didn't hear her testimony, but just from the talk was kind of like everybody was looking at her a little different, as if she ain't the victim no more. So that kind of helped Diddy in a way. A lot of people may not realize it. So when it comes to character, but all in all though, people, the jury on this, be just due to the media, call it what you want. I think they feeling like, yeah, even though you didn't necessarily do all that, but you did something, therefore we need to give you something. And that's how I think this is going to happen. And because you don't know, again, who Diddy pissed off. He pissed off some people in some high places, so then there may be up to them, regardless, you understand? So it depends. If they done with him, if they done already, okay, we done ran him through the ringer, now he's ready to play ball, okay, let him on out. Or they may just be throwing him all the way away. Because I mentioned that in a prior video, it appears they may be just cleaning house when it comes to this whole entertainment industry. Seem like they just, all you old rappers, they just getting rid of y'all. For whatever reason, all the dirt they been having on y'all, now they finally using it. Yeah, let's get rid of them. Bring in a whole new generation. Replace y'all with some new ones. And they may do that every 20 years. Who knows? But it seems like a lot of these entertainers, it don't be a happy ending. Whether it's through their own undoing or not. Maybe it's just the lifestyle. Then you got so many people in your face pushing you to do this, try to do regardless. And it appears Diddy was one of them type of peoples. So he learned the game and he was playing the game and they seemed to be through with his ass. Or he could have just really fronted himself off with that whole Cassie thing. Who knows? But yeah, but Diddy was playing a cold game. He was filming people and he was filming some VIPs. So they still ain't forgot about that. Whether if they recovered the ledgers or not. They ain't forgot. So who knows? But we're going to definitely stay tuned and I'm going to definitely inform y'all as soon as it happens.